The road that led back. When Okachukwu was born, the village midwife said, "This boy's tongue is sharper than a razor blade." His mother laughed then, not knowing that one day, that same tongue would drag him into a pit deeper than the village well. For years, Okachukwu used his silver tongue to escape trouble. He tricked, swindled, and lied his way into full stomachs and easy living. But the gods do not keep silent forever. And when they finally spoke, even Okachukwu wished he had been deaf. One morning, Okachukwu strolled into Mama Neka's store, hands behind his back like a chief inspecting his farmland. "Mama Neka," he said, sniffing the air. "Do you know the king himself was asking about your roasted plantains yesterday?" Mama Neka, who had been fanning her charcoal fire, paused. "A hen. Our great king eats my plantain." Okachukwu nodded seriously. In fact, he said only a woman blessed by the gods could roast plantains like this. Mama Neka blushed, waving her wrapper. "Oh, you children of nowadays. Flatterer." "Oh, Mama, it is not flattery. It is the truth." He tore off a piece. "Let me taste one more, so I can describe it properly when I see the king again." Before Mama Neka realized it, 2 full plantains had disappeared into Okachukwu's belly. When she frowned, he smiled. "Mama, I left my cowries at home. Let me run and bring them." But his legs ran straight to his own house, and the cowries never came. Another day, he saw young Chinedu struggling to push his father's bicycle up a hill. Okachukwu rushed over, panting. "Oh, Chinedu, the gods have sent me to help you." Chinedu wiped sweat from his forehead. "You want to push?" Okachukwu scoffed. "Push? No, no. I have a better way." He dusted his chest, stepped onto the bicycle, and placed his feet on the pedals. "Let me ride it downhill to the other side, then I will wait for you there. No need for all this suffering." Chinedu hesitated. "Are you sure?" "Trust me." Okachukwu grinned. Chinedu stepped aside. Like lightning, Okachukwu took off. He did not stop at the bottom of the hill. He did not stop at the village square. He rode the bicycle all the way to Motsi Chibuzo's house, where he traded it for a small goat and 2 tubers of yam. By the time Chinedu realized what had happened, Okachukwu was already eating pounded yam in his compound, his lips glistening with palm oil. But no thief dances forever. One evening, Okachukwu sat in the palm wine tapper's hut, bragging as usual. "My uncle in the city just sent me a bag of cowries. Money is not my problem." The men nodded. Motsi Okai, the tapper, handed him a full gourd of palm wine, and Okachukwu drank like a chief. 1 calabash. 2. 3. By the time the sun began to set, his head was light, and his tongue was loose. Then came the trouble. A stranger in the corner leaned forward. "You said your uncle sent you cowries." Okachukwu grinned, wiping his mouth. "Many cowries. If I like, I can buy this whole palm wine hut." The stranger's eyes twinkled. "That is good. Because I am the tax collector from the king's palace. Anyone with new wealth must pay tribute." The palm wine hut fell silent. The men who had laughed with Okachukwu suddenly became as quiet as a funeral house. Okachukwu's stomach tightened. My uncle sent the money, but it has not yet arrived." The tax collector nodded. "No problem. I will follow you home and wait." Sweat gathered on Okachukwu's forehead. His home, where his mother was waiting with an empty cooking pot and no sign of cowries. He swallowed hard. He had 2 choices, confess or run. Okachukwu chose the third. He fell to his knees. "My elders, forgive me. My tongue ran faster than my shadow. I only wanted to drink small palm wine." Laughter erupted. But this time, it was not friendly. Mama Neka stepped forward. "Oh, So your uncle sent you cowries. Where is my money for the plantains you ate? Chinedu pushed through the crowd. And where is my father's bicycle? Even Maotsi Chibuzo was there. So this is the rat who sold me a stolen bicycle. The crowd turned angry. The tax collector raised his hand. A man who borrows a lion's roar must be ready to fight like a lion. He turned to the village elders. This boy's debts must be paid. And so, Okachukwu was marched to the village square. Every debt he owed had to be worked off. For weeks, he carried firewood, fetched water, and pounded yam for the very people he had tricked. The bicycle was returned, the plantains paid for, and Motsi Chibuzo got back his 2 tubers of yam and a goat's worth of labor. And the palm wine. That one. He never drank again.